believe that something that is pressing that I would like to see change in Duke Africa would be our collaboration with other groups, and not just other groups on campus, but other groups in the community and also at other schools. I feel as if we do collaborate with a lot of groups on campus, and we do end up going to other events held by other African organizations, but I feel as if this stays within the area of North Carolina, and I feel as if since we are such a growing club and a growing organization that we have the power to reach across state boundaries, because I know that I was talking to someone who goes to Clemson, and he said that he would like to see other organizations and other African organizations interact with his organization, because it would be a very interesting experience. So I feel as if we were able to cross that boundary, it would be a good thing for this organization. Thank you.
I think an issue I feel is very pressing is the involvement with the student body and the faculty. I feel like the organization as a whole needs a stronger connection with both. So with students, I think there should be more transparency as far as the general body goes, in the sense that when key decisions are made that do directly affect the general body, so don't necessarily have to do with the daily running of the organizations, I feel like people benefit more from it if they know how and why those decisions were made the way they are. And I feel like that way we can get a more inclusive environment with the general body. And as far as faculty goes, as I said earlier, I think there's still bigger potential. This year we've done a good job of inviting professors to come and speak, but I think more can be done to connect students more directly into the kind of research they want to do. So people in the history departments, people in the African and African American Studies department, people in the global health, I know that's becoming a bigger major. I feel like we can do better as an organization to channel people to meet the faculty members they need to meet to fulfill, I guess, their aspirations before they graduate from Duke.
I also think that member participation in general in Duke Africa activities is a big area that we can work on. When members participate, they feel more part of the group, they want to know more about the group and more opportunities within it. So getting them engaged from the very start is very important. Things that members know and praise is that participating in Jabulani is a big part of them seeing in themselves, hey, I'm a member of Duke Africa. Sadly, Jabulani is later in the spring, and so we've got to have some sort of event that would tie in those members, right from the start. And that could be a matter of being more intentional to email and let people know about opportunities to get involved more in the fall, or maybe have even an event like a speaker where a great deal of participation and human hands are needed to collaborate and work together to achieve a common goal, just to give everyone a sense of participating in Duke Africa's activities. So definitely having events like that. And also just maybe increasing small social events that don't take too much planning, but involve a venue and maybe food, study sessions, things like that. Just to get members, in front of each other a little bit more in the fall will be really helpful to cultivating that sort of participation. Thank you.
I think one of the pressing issues affecting Duke Africa right now is publicizing the group just as a whole within the Duke community. I think that it's pretty well known within the African population on Duke's campus, but I want Duke Africa to be as easily recognizable as PanHel or as DSG throughout the Duke community. So I think we can work on just publicizing, collaborating with other groups just so that people know more about Duke Africa and what we do and want to be more involved in events and how they can participate. And publicizing, as Osi said, beyond just the state, just even within the Durham community or just in bigger areas. So Duke Africa is a well-known organization.
I think for me, just like Stephanie was saying, a big thing is the membership. Because I know there are a lot of people who come to Duke Africa and come to Duke Africa events, but they're not fully committed to the group. And I think it's a problem that stems from lack of member involvement, like general body member involvement. So I definitely think that getting members more involved, like Akechi was saying, in what happens, the decisions that are taking, informing them and why these decisions were taken is a big thing. So with regards to membership, I would like to make members more committed to the group, because in the past we've had problems getting people to just participate in things. When it comes to Jabulani, everyone is present, but for the smaller things, like maybe tabling for Red Week, I know it was a problem, like getting people to do things like that. So just getting people more committed to the group and saying, yes, this is a group I'm proud of, and this is a group I'm willing to sacrifice time to work for and serve is what I would, yeah, one of my biggest problems.